Carol Brown Earl asks, what makes a good headline? That is an amazing question, seeing how 50% of the effectiveness of your post depends on your headline. That is a fact. Now, another thing is there's two different types of headlines that I'd like to talk about while answering this question for Carol. The first type of headline is for your blog post. The second type of headline is for an ad that you're running to generate traffic and conversions. And yes, they are completely different. And yes, I will address them both. I don't know if I'm proud to say or I'm sad to say I have a lot of experience here. The reason I say sad to say is because it required so much pain to get this formula. It's not as much a formula as 3 elements that you need in your headline. Now, if you're watching me right now, I would write these down because they will serve you to the moon. Number 1, you want to use numbers in your headline. Much research has been done on this, and once I started testing numbers in my headline, to the moon. I'll give you guys examples here in a sec, but numbers, I mean the actual number, not the written number. So not like TWO. You write the number 2. Use numbers in your headline to stand out. Number 2, you've got to have your result, or what I like to call your WIFM. WIFM would be what's in it for me. WIIFM. WIFM. You've got to have your result in your headline. The result for the reader. That's number 2. Number 3 is probably not that popular, but you have to believe me on this. It works. You have to draw out a lot of pain for the reader. So when I say pain, I mean pain versus pleasure. So instead of saying, how to make $1 million so that you can buy that Ferrari, it would be more like, how not making $1 million will embarrass you in front of your family and children if you want to get really painful. Psychologically speaking, it's not my fault here, but psychologically speaking, the need to avoid pain is a greater motivator than the need to gain pleasure. This is research, this is psychology, I'm not making this up. So number 3, pain. So those are the 3 elements you would use in a blog post or a podcast episode or a vlog post or an article. Number 1, use numbers. Number 2, have the result, the WIFM, what's in it for me. And number 3, pain, baby, pain. Now for an ad, like a running ad that you're paying for paid traffic, what you want to add is 3 targeting points. Let me explain briefly. Targeting points are targets that you use when you place your ad. What I'll use in these examples are sex, gender. I was going to say sex. Yes, please. Gender, age range, and localization. City. I could use country, but I like to go city because I like to go ultra targeted. So targets would include gender, age range, and city. This is for my example. I can't believe I'm giving you guys this right now, but once you use these 3 in combination thereof, in other words, if you use 3 targeting points where all 3 need to match, you're getting ultra targeted. So when you do a headline for an ad, you want to include this in your headline. Sounds pretty complicated, right? It kind of is. So I've created a couple for you right now as examples. Are you listening, Carol? Are you taking notes, Carol? Here we go. The first headline for the blog, we're going to go after weight loss. Very popular niche, weight loss, better health, specifically weight loss. I wrote this for weight loss. So here we go. The headline is, now just as a side note, this is super, super powerful. It's going to be very painful in the headline. Little disclaimer, little warning. Remember, the need to avoid pain is a greater motivator than the need to gain pleasure. So weight loss, I could easily say, you'll be healthier, you'll feel better. Nah, not painful enough. Here we go. Here's what I got for you. When my ex called me fat, I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. Numbers 10, we write down 10, 10 pounds in 7 days. Numbers, check. Result, 10 pounds in 7 days. The pain, I don't think it gets worse than this. When my ex called me fat, okay? This will convert so much better than saying something like, I felt so great after I lost a few pounds. No numbers, no real timeline to the result, and no pain. It's only pleasure. That doesn't work, unfortunately. So there we go. When my ex called me fat, I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I've used that one, but you can only use this kind of wording on certain platforms. I used it on the AdBlade platform. However, that's a little too much information. I tend to go a little squirrely. So that's a very powerful headline that uses those 3 points: numbers, results, and pain. Now, let's go to the ad version of that headline. So my 3 targeting points I'm going to use when I place that ad are going to be men between the ages of 48 and 52 and that live in Ottawa. Now this is for my example. You can use any ranges, of course, any genders, any targeting points. I'm just choosing these for this example. So here's what that headline looks like. Ottawa man loses 10 pounds in 7 days after ex-girlfriend calls him a 50-year-old fatso. Now this has got the same elements as the first headline for the blog, but now we're going super, super targeted. Because we're paying for this ad, we want to talk to the person that sees it. So when a man that's between 48 and 52 that lives in Ottawa, which is the city, sees this in his timeline, which is the only person that's going to see this ad. It's only men between 48 and 52 that live in Ottawa, but they're not aware of that. People are not marketers. People are not aware of that. They will say, oh my God, I'm a man. Oh my God, I'm 50. Basically, that's what the ad says. And I live in Ottawa. What are the odds? You see where I'm going, guys? This stuff works. So let me read it again. Ottawa man loses 10 pounds in 7 days. Result, after ex-girlfriend, I don't say ex, I say ex-girlfriend, calls him a 50-year-old fatso. Painful, but the age is there too, okay? I created another couple of headlines for making money, okay? Here we go. For the blog, using those same 3 elements, only the 3 elements: numbers, result with them, and pain. Here it is. When my family said I was a broke loser, I made 10K in 30 days. There you go. Numbers, 10K, 10 in 30 days. Result, 10K in 30 days. Pain, when my family said. If you want to go even more painful, you can say when my kids said, because you can target that down. Let's get into the ad right now. Here's the variation. Once again, we will target men between 48 and 52 that live in Ottawa. Here it is. Ottawa man makes 10K in 30 days after his family said he was a broke 50-year-old loser. There you have it. It's all there. So I hope I answered your question, Carol. Those are powerful headline strategies. And I will see you guys on the next Ask Lalonde show. Bye-bye now. Thank you for watching or listening. I hope this content has helped you in any way, maybe motivated, inspired you. Maybe it's triggered an idea. Maybe it's gotten you out of a rut. Maybe it's simply entertained you. Listen, I'm just an ex-computer consultant guy who lost his way to drugs and alcohol and eventually became homeless. From rock bottom, I cleaned up, I clawed my way back into the workforce. I shifted into running my own business. I've been retired from the corporate world for 7 years now, and I've never looked back. If you want to follow me on my journey or maybe even connect further, you can either go to my blog at thewealthytrainer.com. That's thewealthytrainer.com, or you can click the link in the description if you're watching this video. Marc Lalonde signing off, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye-bye now.